Awesome. All right. That is the one I want. That took forever for the dashboard. In 15 minutes. The dashboard only wants to just come up. Right. I want to look at enums a bit more. I'll open the other book. Enum. Right. Still used to enums just being like this, not having a value attached to it besides a number. So I still think it's weird that you can have basically a struct. I think someone the other day said, think of Rust enums as like a tagged union, I think. Which kind of makes more sense. Because they can hold values based on the type. Linked list. Imagine I would use a linked list in Rust. Enum thingy. No val. I'll give it a one val. And then your struct val. Just to define types in here. Yes, just like a normal struct. Just do it like that. That thingy. That's how you use it, right? Mm-hmm. And then let's thingy well 10 equals thingy struct well. And I think we need to do the names, yep. To A is 22. B is false. Cool. Because I'm lazy. Or because we don't really need to use them afterwards, because I don't really care. I believe I can't remember if you have to like dereference them or not. Not V1, what am I doing? No val. Well, you have to tell it. You have to pass the rover value. An identifier for the name. Num. Or nim. And then thingy. Naming. I think I do it right. Yep. And B. Did I do that correctly? I did. Cool. It's more like a street ball, right? Okay. Okay. There's one thing I was looking for. Where is it? Is it in here? Do they show it in here? Don't believe they do. that I've seen. Yeah, they are tagged. Hmm. I want to see Rust Ripper. Even. Nice. So if you have this, the underlying type is that. So it would overflow. Does that mean you can just turn it into that type? What do you need to turn the light on? Almost equals to 54 max, and that should be 255. Oof. Firing up the new barbecue, got you in the background, my guy. Thank you, thank you. Has it already been a month since your sub? God damn. Sheesh. God damn. That means I haven't streamed in a while then. I thought it was a bit less than that. So yeah. I thought like one of my last streams were the I thought one of my last streams was when I stopped, or when I started getting the subs. I thought it was like around like here, so I was like, damn. And this was, are these actually the broadcasts? So I went from that to that. I don't remember doing this. I thought I did something else. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I should. Because I am getting bored of having like nothing to do. So it would make sense. Doesn't implement debug, doesn't implement this. Is that what you want? Add derived debug, okay. Is it because it has the repa there? Is that why? Doesn't right, because debug needs like this one or something, doesn't it? It is almost. Can I turn this into a UA? Can I do like dot into? No. It's not satisfied. It doesn't have the trace. Right. Is there a way you can easily do it? Because I've seen that you can use like transmute, but that's not really a good solution if I want to get the numeric type. Can I turn it into? Oh. Can have repa UA and this can have a U8, U16, U16. And these things are interesting. But if it is a what is an int type? A specified type called int as a shorthand. Really? So does int give you like 32? Or U32? Or one of these two? Or 64? Can I do Rust repa enum into U8? Because there isn't an easy way from memory. You have to do some weird stuff. This should work. Okay. Okay, so what's the question? So can you match on it like a U8? I go match on R1 as U8. Can I do that? Wait, no, if I can use U8 or as U8 equals R1 as U8, can I do that? And then print it. Huh. I swear I tried doing this before and it just didn't like it whatsoever. But if I tried doing this on one of the other values that aren't, I don't think this will work, will it? No. Because we don't have... The only reason it will... No, we want this one here. To duck out for a second, it's raining again. It's just overcast here again. No rain or anything. Seems typical. It rains for you guys, but we just get overcast. So this is possible because we use repa U8 here. I'll just remove this so it stops complaining. because we use repa u8, we can just do as u8 here. But what if I say that this is something like a struct type? I'm not allowed in enums with tuple or struct variants, just allow custom discriminant. Okay. So if we have something that isn't just a value, like this one, and we try to make it like a struct, then it complains because it's, yeah. So we can only do this if we don't have other types like the struct types in here. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. That's cool, I guess. I might just make a folder in here for examples. I'll make a new file, not new folder, new file. I'll call it enums rs. And then we go, I think it's like example enum. There we go. Still kind of no cargo. Awesome. We can only do this if we don't have struct types in the enum. So if we had so if I made a equals test, what did I call it? Value as u8, does that work? It does. T1 num, and I'll have to probably give it, oh no, I don't have to do anything because it's a number. Because what type is it then? It would be, it says it's an int, so I'm assuming that it's probably something as like an i32 or whatever. Or something like that. So you can explicitly cast to an integer as long as the type doesn't contain like struct variants. So I don't even need to use the repa on here for it to work. I can literally just do that and it will be fine. Which is good. But that means, I think the transmute option was for this kind, where you have structs in it. And it's unsafe to do, from what I've seen in some examples. I think transmute is just unsafe in general. So yeah. We can just cast to an int as long as it doesn't have struct variants. What the heck is this? So that makes me less confused about enums. So I'm still not used to them having like struct and like tuple types inside them. But it's useful. It's very useful. Because then you don't have to have like a separate struct that contains the data, you just throw it in the enum. And it's nice to know that you can just cast it to an integer as long as it doesn't have the struct type in it. So that is good stuff to know. Because I was thinking that I should start writing my little transpiler with Rust instead of Python, so I can have actual types and compile time speeds, some hella speed from being a compiled language. Which is why I'm starting to do the Rust stream again, because I kind of want to do the transpiler in Rust. So I should probably learn Rust. I still don't get Rust. That's fine, because neither do I. I have spent, well, I've tried like, what, 4 or 5 times, and I still barely know how to write it. Which is a common thing because I think everyone has multiple attempts at Rust before actually getting into it. What am I looking for? I'm looking for something here. Yeah, attempt number 4. So this is like my 4th attempt of trying to learn Rust. So I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Because you'll get it eventually. You have to think about it differently as well. I like that meme where the dog is in the house on fire. Exactly. This is fine. This is fine. I'd say you'd have a better chance of learning it than what I did, only because I've used object-oriented programming like for however many years it's been, and Rust doesn't use object-oriented, so you have to think of it completely differently, which is a bit difficult if you've basically done object-oriented your entire life. So you have to learn like a whole new like paradigm. So I think like, is Rust like a, I think it's like a more functional language. Question mark. It's multi-paradigm, yes. Concurrent functional. Yes. Functional. I've been trying to get more into functional programming because sometimes it's literally far better than object-oriented. So I think you find yourself using more generic code that can be used everywhere if you use functional. It's on Haiku. Nice. It's on Fuchsia. Android. I'm not sure what this one is. Yeah, I rewrote my part of my transpiler in like a more functional way in Python, and I've basically cut back on half the amount of code that I had when I did object oriented, and I have like the exact same thing in the end. Because I have more generic functions that I can call. Which makes life a lot easier. So once I understand a bit more of Rust, then I can probably start rewriting it in Rust. Which will be very useful. I have to just get used to not using like other references within other structs, because apparently you can, or it's probably better to not do that. And you should be able to write a lot of Rust code without even using explicit lifetimes. So if I can get used to that, then that should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. Function pointers. What? As a const. What, like a unit? Nice. I'm looking at stuff I probably shouldn't be looking at. It's probably gonna hurt my brain. This is just the Nomicon or whatever it's called, isn't it? Rastanomicon? Or is it just something else? Or is it just a language reference, or is that the same thing? I don't know. So, I think the other thing is modules are kind of confusing in how you do them. Because of the use and the mod keyword. I can kind of understand that they are using the file structure as modules. think it's because I'm used to doing like by importing backwards, like going back directories and being like my thing. Dot, I don't know, whatever the file extension is. I'm used to this. And not like path. I need to get used to, if I want to do backward stuff, I should probably get used to this one rather than this one. Or I think it's use super instead in my thing. I think you go back, you can go back a directory with super, and then I think you can keep chaining super like this to go back again. So I need to get used to using super and crate rather than trying to think of it like this, even though this is technically this. I need to start making the links in my head to try and convert it to Rust. There would have to be like a... Have you heard of Glorious Egg Rolls Linux distro that he's worked on? Or is working on? I have not. I'm not even sure who that is. I think you've mentioned them. I think you've mentioned them before. But I'm not sure who it is. Or the thing that they're working on. Is it on GitHub? Not the distro, but he is. Okay. Is it public? Somewhere? Or does he talk about it somewhere? Just announced it, as far as I know. Okay. On Twitter. Or YouTube, or Twitch, whatever it is. Or Discord even. He posts some strange things on Twitter. Nobara project, okay. The Fedora Linux. User-friendly fixes. It's a good workstation. Anything involving third parties usually absent. So it's Fedora, but trying to make it better for user-friendly stuff and better gaming experience. It's like it literally looks like a HTML file just slapped in. There's not even any CSS, mate. Better for gamers. Yeah. So it's better for gaming, streaming, and content creation out of the box. Avoid the basic user having to open the terminal. For gamers. So he's trying to make Fedora more user-friendly and allow it to have simpler installs so that you don't even have to touch the terminal. And they want to make like wine and stuff part of the default. Let's put Wine, OBS and some other third-party things in so it's easier and make life easy to just install stuff. I still haven't used a Fedora or Fedora at all. I haven't used Gentoo, haven't used Fedora, I haven't used... There's another big one I think I haven't used. I know it's Fedora and Gentoo are the ones that I'm thinking of. I think there's Void Linux, which is, I think it's like a bigger one. I think Void is a bigger distro as well, or more common. I haven't used Nix. He already does custom wine and Proton. I've seen something about him working at Red Hat and doing stuff with Proton and stuff like that. I've heard Artix is supposed to be a good Linux as well. It's supposed to be a nice Arch Linux. So I haven't used Nix, Gentoo or Fedora. I can't suggest it, but I've seen some things on Artix. If you want to still do Arch Linux stuff, it might be one worth checking out. If you are still interested in trying to get a Arch Linux installed. I don't know if it's meant to, or what it's trying to fix. Need to move away from Debian, yeah. Well, I made the switch to Manjaro instead of just base Arch. So that one's pretty good as well. If you are looking for Arch based distros. I'm finding Manjaro to be pretty good. I'll check it out. I'd say it's like the Ubuntu of Arch world. I think it kind of comes with a bunch of stuff to make life a little easier. I still have base Arch on one of my laptops, but I've installed Manjaro on my main laptop that I use for programming, and I think it's pretty good. I've only done like a little bit of ricing on it though, I haven't done a whole lot. Basically made everything like Nord themed. And I used ZSH. I'm using some of this stuff because I'm using the ZSH shell. I think ZSH is the default on Manjaro. It's quite nice. And this comes with like a bunch of themes that you can use. I'm still using GNOME because I can't just get over GNOME for some reason. I don't know why. I just prefer GNOME, even though it's the most basic one. I think it comes with 2 or 3 other options. Manjaro shell. They have a mini PC. God damn. That's a lot of money for 8 gigs. Oh, that's wait, no. Is it in US dollars? I imagine that's US dollars. I think you can get, what are they called, like, are they called like nooks? What are they called? Actually, no, let's just go to this bloody website. Some of the mini PCs are somewhat reasonable for price, though. Do they have? I don't want a Mac Mini. That's cringe. Do they just have? I don't know where I was looking for one. But some of the ones I seen were decent. Look. What do they call them? Look, minis. Not upgradable either. Coffee machine. Oh, spelled differently. Nuck. The price on these bad boys. Where can I find an actual pricing on these things? Oh, was it Umart that I was looking at? I think it might have been Umart. Can I filter by cheaper? Load hard. 469? No, 429. Yeah, they're quite expensive little things. Quite expensive. Oh? I was looking at the wrong section, but these are the cheaper ones. These are bare bones. So what's the cheapest one that you can get that actually has something in it? Is it this one? Use them at work? God damn. I mean, if you really wanted a very simple PC, just like dedicated to programming, I don't think this would be horrible on it. As long as, if this means Windows 10, I'd automatically just remove the Windows off it. What? Windows 11 is supported on this? Bro? No, it ain't. I doubt that it is supported on something like this. God damn. Like for a little mini PC, I don't think 2 gigahertz is really that bad. And it's up to 2.7. Only 2 cores, yeah. But considering the price tag on it, it's 4 gig of RAM with 64 gig of space. And if you remove the Windows from it and put like a Linux of some kind, then I reckon you'd be pretty good for a little programming machine. I/O on it though is probably not great. It's only one picture. But all I can see is 2 USB, SD card. Huh. Email and printing. Well, this one looks like you can upgrade it to 8 gig if you really wanted to. So you can just go buy, I don't know if you can buy another stick or if you have to buy an 8 gig stick. So I don't know if it has 2 slots. If it does, then you just buy a 4 gig, but otherwise you can just, oh, there's 2 channels for it. So you can buy a 4 gig stick and just smack it into 8 gigs. Just do like you do with a laptop. For $269, 64 gig of eMMC and 4 gig of RAM, which you can upgrade to 8, and it's dual core at 2 gig. I'd say that like this would be alright if you had a dedicated like a little programming machine, as long as you got rid of Windows. Put like either Base Arch or like Debian or something on it, something more light, something a bit lighter. So the only thing that's wrong with this is that you'd obviously need to have a monitor, and it's only got 2 ports from what I can see. I don't know if it has, what are the I/O? 6 USB ports. There's 2 via internal headers. There's 2 front and 2 rear. Hell yeah. Like I was gonna say, this is, I mean, you'd only probably use like 2 really anyway, depending, because it's, you wouldn't really want to do anything intensive on it. Yeah, I kind of think one of these would actually be worth getting. Like you probably don't need it, but you could upgrade to the 8 gig. And this could probably be switched out for something a bit bigger. So I imagine you can switch these out. Or you can switch this out. You probably could switch this out. You'd obviously want to get rid of Windows. And for $269 plus whatever the cost of another RAM stick and maybe better storage is, like that's pretty good, I think. The only downfall being that you have to have a monitor and stuff already, but that's still pretty good, I think. It's not bad. And it's out of stock. So obviously a ton of people are buying it. If it was solely for programming, and that's all you wanted to have like a dedicated machine for, then I think that would be perfectly fine. Even like 4 gig and 64 gig here is fine, I think. And you can always upgrade these two. Definitely this one, probably this one. So I think this will be kind of neat to have. Even if it is only dual core at like 2 gigahertz, I think it should be still reasonably okay. Is this one like any better? It's a little bit more expensive, but does it actually come with anything in it? So you can get quad core, but it's at 1.5 gigahertz. It's up to 2.8. So this might be still okay as well. What am I looking for? Max is 8, but does it come with any already? It's got 3 memory channels, but you can only have 8 gig. What? There's a bit of a jump to the next one. .4 gigahertz. Still dual core though. 32 gig of RAM you can have. Lit. M.2. And this is a bare bone kit, so I don't know if you'd actually get any of this in it. So it's just the box while I look at this one. I'll be playing in the background, we'll have guests shortly, so I'm going to get ready. All good, all good. Very Gucci. I'll have to BRB anyway for a quick second. Very cool. So great as that, Create a util. Is that? Create util config. Is that? File contents. Mod util. Mod config. Path equals foo.rs. Whack. Use declaration. A use declaration creates one or more local name bindings. It's used to shorten the path required to refer to a module item. What do they say about modules in by example? Hello, look. How goes things? Going okay. I'm just trying to refresh myself on some Rust things. Trying to wrap my head around some things in Rust before I start getting into projects again. How are you? Modules. Cool, cool. Pretty good. That's good. Trying to finish off a project right now. Is it a Rust project or is it a project in a different language? Finish. Rust, very cool. Are you new to Rust? Are you learning it, or are you actually been in? You actually know it? Home stretch to MVP milestone. Nice. Been using it for a while, but I can't say I know it very well. That's fair. Been trying it for like 4 times. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I'm a JS TS dev normally, so it's very different from what I usually do. Thank you, Rockstar, for the follow. Thank you. I see a lot of people coming from web, like specifically JavaScript or TypeScript. They usually just kill it in Rust. I don't know. I think it's because they use some more functional like programming. Hello, Rockstar. How are you? suppose there is some commonalities. The system programming side gets me there, yeah. That would be like the big difference. And if you're coming from JavaScript and not TypeScript, you're probably not used to having types either, I think. And the borrow checker would probably be one of the things you'd have to get used to as well. Oof. Rockstar, thank you. Thank you for the raid. It's free real estate. What? It's free real estate. There are some hurdles getting there though, yeah. It's free real estate. Enjoy the friends. I will. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. I thought I kind of seen you from somewhere, so I was kind of thinking that something like that would happen. Gonna bounce for dinner. Have a great stream and tell everyone what you're up to. Okay, thank you. Have a good one. It's free real estate. It's free real estate. Yeah, well, I'm trying to get back into Rust again, like the 4th time. I'm trying to go through things that I'm not used to, like having like the file structure as your modules, and enums or something I'm not entirely used to having struct types. It's free real estate. It's always free real estate. File hierarchy. So I'm aware of the mod RS if you're having a folder as a module. So you can have a folder and a file as a module. It's free real estate. So this declaration must look for the file named my.rs or my.mod.rs and will insert its contents inside the module. Right. So I think my thing is when to use use. So if you don't care about bringing things into scope by their name or like their identifier, I don't know. I'm still confused. So we'll make a new folder. I'm gonna call it. And then we need a new .rs in there. Yeah, use isn't necessarily technically speaking, as far as I know. Yeah. From what I've seen, it's basically just so you can bring certain items into scope without having to prefix it with the module name. Like use standard, like I think it's in like collections or something, and then like hash map would bring hash map in, so you don't have to use the use. That's what I think. Foo.rs, and if I make pubmod foo, that should bring foo's contents in. If I go fn foo. You can only call trait methods if the trait it's brought into scope with use. Okay. Okay. Mod. My mod. So if I did it like this, then I'd have to say my mod foo. Cannot find function foo in module my mod. It's not found in my mod. Do I have to use like this? It's like a weird naming conflict in here. That I'm just not aware of. File not found my mod. My mod.rs, but there it is. Oh, I've done it again, that's why. I was like, why is it doing that? I put a comma. Duh. Bar is private. Yeah, that makes sense. But I think I can use like, and then I think I can do this then. Where is? We'll just run main. So I could do it like that, or I can do it how I had it. Like this. Okay. Okie dokie. So let's just bring symbols into the scope. Basically, like include file dot includes the I don't know what to say. Includes the module and identify. I don't know how to word it, but if we do it like this, then we have to call things through the identifier like this. If we use the use, we bring the actual symbol into the scope, so we can just do this. I'll move that down. This requires the use. We can call it without a prefix of a mod, etc. Mod. Oh, you can also use my mod foo and call through a bar. Yeah, yes. So I'll do that as well. And we'll do the same thing here. What did I do here? Expected one of these. Alright, no, yes. Use that one, not what I did. Through. And then we'll do the same here. Actually, I'll duplicate it. That one. And also write the use inside the scope, and it will only apply inside that. And we can do this, I think. Is it self or self? Do it like this as well. I think that's fine. Is it self or what self is it? Is it self like this, or is it self with the uppercase? It's self with the lowercase. Awesome. So I'm kind of getting it, somewhat. Kind of getting it. So we can call it through the module. We can import the module with the use, and we can import the actual symbol itself, so that we can just call it like this. And then as another example, with bar.rs with a dot this time, pub fn bar line bar, and then in foo, I'll call this foo, foo foo. Foo 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 and foo foo foo. Awesome. And then in bar, I want to actually use thing itself, and then bar. Is it self, or is it, do I have to use super? It's because I have to make it in here, mod bar, like that, and then it should be fine, right? Unused, okay. Pub defend indirect bar, and then we'll call bar like that. Like that. We don't use the indirect, so we will do indirect. Indirect, it was called indirect bar, wasn't it? And then come back here. Bar, awesome. Just a bar. Hello streamer. Hello Parker. How are you? Very cool. Just a bar. Hello. Doing good, that's good. Very cool. I am just trying to learn Rust before I try and get into projects again, so I'm not just being a bit of a twit on stream, trying to figure things out. Took some Adderall and coded, now playing League of Legends. Interesting. Goddamn. Alright. Fair enough. That is one way to do it. You kinda need something to play League anyway. League seems a bit something at times. I just claim like the things in from Prime in League, because why not? So I've got like a bunch of like epic and rare skins because of Prime. Oh, shoot. Okay. And then what we can also do is in here, and then this one, Baz, pub fn, this, line, just the Baz. And in foo, we can make an indirect Baz. What language is RS? Rust? Yes, it is Rust. Create Baz. In the crate root, can I find Baz in the scope? I've heard some good things about Rust. Yes, There are a lot of good things about Rust, but there are also a lot of painful things about Rust. The learning curve is not fun, but it is worth it afterwards. Cannot find Baz in the crate route. Is it in super? Is it in super? Do you have mod Baz in main? I do not.
I'm just gonna be in the room recording something, okay?
Is that what you need to do? Huh, okay. Okay, thank you. That's how you need to do it. So when using crate, it looks through like your main file for the mod. Is that how that works? So you can't just call crate and then have the file. You actually have to say mod the file in like your main file. If you just have an RS file, Rust won't load it automatically. You have to expose it. Okay. Right. Okay. Makes sense. Foo. And close enums off again. So this calls Baz indirectly from the crate root. This calls bar from the same module, and we could make a module, an explicit module. Does this need an identifier? I think it does. Nested, and we go pub fn, nested. Very good names in here. So, and we'll also make a call through super call fill again, I think, and then in here, no, pub fn indoor nested, and then we have to come in here and use it because I don't feel like it. Put that there because we'll miss it. Awesome. So it makes more sense now that I've actually used it a little bit. Because I was always confused about when to use mod and use. But now that I know that you don't even need to use the use, it's nice. You can just include the module. And we can use magic to look from the crate or look in the parent module. So that's nice. I think those are like the two biggest things that I was having problems with. Even though this shouldn't be a problem. I think it's because I'm used to doing stuff like using thing or include thing. Why so crowded? I got a raid before Modprog. About 20 minutes ago I got a raid. But before that there was only like one person. And I was a bit late to stream because I had to recompile and set up the avatar thing because I deleted it. I deleted like a bunch of things from my computer. So I had to like recompile it and then set up the linking and stuff again, which was annoying. But yeah. I realized I got a follow before, and I don't think the follower thing actually updated. Maybe Stream Elements is being weird again. And I got a resub, but I don't know if that counted towards the thing or not. But either way, I don't think the things are working. Bruh. Dashboard. You switch editor it seems, but still not Vim. Yep. I can't... one day I will actually be able to use Vim. One day. But until then, I'm going to slowly make my way to Vim. Just not yet. Just not yet. One day. I'll get there. But just not yet. What am I looking for? Was it Stream Elements? Or was it Streamlabs? I think it was Streamlabs. Is Streamlabs being weird? Because it always seems to be strange. I have to authorize Twitch again? With Emacs. Hell yeah. I'll do it just because you said it, Modprog. I'll do it just because you said it. No, not Emacs. Your fingers. Why not? What's wrong with Emacs, though? Why is it giving me all the why is it doing that? I think it actually ran out. That's why. Month. 2022. I think that's maybe why it stopped recording the stuff, because it actually ran out. It hit its end point, I think. I think we're at 4 now. Date. And that should have updated, right? Yeah. But you know what's funny? I have used Emacs. I still have it. I still have Emacs. I think it was a little bit easier to use than Vim. So I'll do it. I'll do it, ModPro. I'll use Emacs. Just you watch. What? I only just got an email from Streamlabs congratulating me on affiliate. So I think maybe Streamlabs was like dead or something for me. Because it literally said like congratulations on something that happened like ages ago. Man. Bernie. To be fair, do I not have it? I have Vim. I have the regular Vim. But I think that's because it's in... it's part of Git. So I have Vim. Okay. Let's go by type. It'd be funny if they had Emacs in here. But they don't. So even Git agrees. God. Okay. Okay. Is it actually part of... Do I even have it properly installed, or is it just think it's installed? There you go. See? I don't have it. It's just pretending because Windows. There you go. I don't have Emacs. I must have actually got rid of it. Vim is bundled as a default editor with Vim. Vim is the editor for Vim. What am I looking for now? Maybe I should, at some point, just do like, okay. What are you doing, Google Play? Maybe I should, at some point, just do like a stream where I'm trying to learn the NeoVim, okay? That was horrible. Just had to present a project I worked on in a team of 2 for 2 weeks. We passed passed by the slimmest of margins I've ever seen. Never again. Hello, by the way. Hello. Is this like a school project or work project? Thank you, Knock, for the follow. And sorry for the rant, I'm free now. I lost all my sanity last night. Starting at SLD resolution. I can't speak. SLD resolutions. Nice. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm assuming that is a company of some degree. No. Haskell interpreter in Prolog. Other way around. Prolog in Haskell. Resolutions. Uni project. Nice. 2-person team in 2 weeks. That alone doesn't sound fun. Was the other person helpful? Because in group projects, sometimes they don't help at all. And it's quite annoying. But if they were useful, then that's good. With both of us working as well. Oof. Yeah, uni and work just do not go together very well. It seems like the worst possible combination you could do. But yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all. We worked as a team since the first semester. Thankfully we can pick our teams. Yeah, that would be the best part. I haven't slept in 29 hours. That is not good. I'd imagine there might have been a lot of caffeine involved. And if not, I think you're a madman. 29 hours with no caffeine would be death. I wouldn't even last that long. Barely last a normal day without caffeine. Whoa. Is that a weird twitch and just hurt myself? That was not fun. Talking about caffeine and I just have a random twitch. You know what the fun thing is, guys? Passing that project is a prerequisite for being allowed to write the exam. On top of weekly graded assignments. That sounds like it sucks. Mad woman. And there was a lot of caffeine involved. Oh, sorry. Probably should have just looked profile. Mad woman. Probably should have just gathered from the name. A lot of caffeine. Yeah, I think I had projects where I was forced into teams, and that is just the worst thing imaginable. Sorry for the hijacking a chat like this. I might be a bit too amped for my own good. Well, that's fine. More chat the better. What was I doing? Literally going to go to, just to please Modprog & Co. I'll re-download NeoVim. Okay. From download, package or source. They have it on Choco. Hell yeah. I forget that I have this like little package thing. Sometimes useful, because then I don't have to worry about downloading things. I can just do it all through there. Denied. How cringe. Terminal. Oh shit. Yes, I don't care. Install everything. You happy now, Modbrook and Co. Rewarded Neo Vim or Vim. If you've been awake for like 29 hours, I'd probably suggest going to sleep. So it'd be nice to go to sleep after that long. Fresh and woof. It's literally the worst pre-printing in SLD trees with depth first search and breadth first search. It's no fun. Is this for like a computer science degree or something similar? Yeah. Was it Prolog like entirely, or do you like data log? Soulburn. Thank you for the raid. 11. Sounds horrid still. I wasn't first, so I started my own stream. I was disappointed, Soulburn. German computer science student. Damn. Nice. Hello. Doesn't matter when you talk, Soulburn, you'll always be number 50. So, always number 50. I'll do a funny. Keep forgetting it. How could you? How could you forget something like that? I had to write an interpreter for Prolog in Haskell. So basically get Prolog requests, interpret them with Haskell and provide a valid solution. No thanks. I'm good. Pog. Hell yeah. Look how small that is on the screen. You can barely even see them. Man. Pepe D's in chat. Pepe Blues. Okay. Cool. Windows 8 is required. Ew. SLD resolution, by the way, is a selective linear definite resolution. Inference rules, other BS, I'll never use it again. Fair enough. I mean, the things that I learnt when I did my like courses, I never used. If I did, it was a very niche kind of case. I've heard most of those words in the past. Yes. These are all words that I've once heard. Consider yourself lucky for forgetting their combined meaning. Pog. My new word is LRU cache. Is that something you did today? Did you learn something today? Caching. Ah, no caching. That's disgusting. Just throw everything away. Yesterday. Well. When are you making a USB driver in JavaScript solver. Interview question. Well, why would you do that? If you want to be scared, I mean really, really scared, look at the Wikipedia entry for SLE resolution. Bet. All I see is a bunch of things, and I've seen some triangles. Yes, those are numbers and letters with some arrows. They have meaning that I have to know. No thanks. And interpret. And that's a prerequisite for an exam. That's kind of lame. What am I looking for? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I kind of want to rewrite another project that I have in Rust at some point. I don't know when. Tis a Python project. Open that in Sublime as well. I want to rewrite like this little transpiler thing that I've got going in Rust at SongStage. Because currently I'm using Python and I'm turning this into Python as one of the targets. Yes. But why though? Exactly. Look at the readme. Why would you? Why though? Exactly. So you already get it. You didn't even need to see it. Why though? I mean, I don't know how it is in other unis outside of Germany. They're most of the time it's also prerequisites. Yeah. 13 weeks of content as a prerequisite? No thanks. But you like hit the nail on the head there, Knock. Why would you? Is like the first normal sentence in this readme. It's like, why would you? Like, I'm good at doing stuff. Like, this is what I can output from it. I can output some valid Python out of it. It's a bit rough. It doesn't have, like, proper type checking. This is, like, the first transpiler I've written, so I don't know how to really do it. So I've just been, like, freestyling it. But this is something that you can transpile to Python at the moment. You can make objects which are basically just structs, and you can have other types within it. You can have like conditional code. So this will only compile if it's either Python or C. It's the value of B there. It is equivalent to none in Python if you don't specify. Yeah, basically undefined. And if I put the default tag here, C will actually be whatever the default values are for this. Yeah, so if we look at that, the comparison, so B will now be none. C is the, where did it go? C uses the default, which gets the default value of a string and an integer. So we just pass that through. So you have a valid object. And we can create an object here. What I haven't actually tested though is I haven't actually tested default on an object that contains an object. And we want to use examples and test. Okay, it generated something. What do we get? Right, it does work. So the default case for a struct or an object is just none. Because I don't know, I might change that in the future to be basically what this is instead of none. And thank you for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, this is basically what I want to rewrite in Rust. So it would be a bit nicer. But the cool thing is if I did it in Python and I transpiled it to Python, technically I could write itself in Python, or write itself within itself. I can kind of self-host it if I used the language to transpile to Python, which I think is a kind of neat little thing. It's weird because it's kind of self-hosted in a way. If I can do it, do everything I need. Like, yeah, it's like if I kept it as Python, then I could technically self-host it in Python. Which is a kind of neat concept that you can compile the language to Python, which is actually the transpiler for itself. I thought that would be a kind of neat idea. There's a lot to do still. And I don't know if I want to just switch to Rust, but that would mean that I won't be able to self-host it. But I don't know if that's really a thing that I'd want to do anyway. It'd just be just like an interesting little thing to do, I guess. I could technically self-host it anyway. I could do the Rust version and then write it and then target Python with basically a transpiler written in itself. So I still could kind of technically self-host, but it would just be like a dummy project to just test it. But yeah, that's not what we're doing today, but I showed it because that's what I kind of want to do in Rust. I think it'd be like a cool little project. Why is my Discord going off so much? What's happening in Discord? Sounds fun in either case, yeah. It'd be interesting to get it to do that. And I think writing it in Rust would be nice. Because I could still technically self-host it in Python if I wrote the transpiler in the language and then targeted Python. So even if I did write it in Rust, I could still make a self-hosted version, which would be kind of cool. But again, I'm not an expert or anything on languages. So I'm still learning a lot about everything. And I kind of just jumped into the transpiler project as something to do because I'm bored. I thought it'd be a cool little project. But yeah. I need to learn a lot more though. Because I'm kind of running into some little roadblocks that I'm not sure how to handle. But yeah. You're getting there. Slowly. I am, yeah. And if I can learn enough Rust, I'll start it in Rust. Probably know enough Rust to start working on it, to be honest. I feel like I have enough to probably start. As long as you know how to debug things will be alright, yes. And if I can limit the amount of explicit lifetimes, I think I'd be fine as well. Because the avatar project that I have down the bottom, that I wrote in Rust. So I'm kind of capable of writing something in Rust. Lifetimes. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I want to limit though, Soulburn. I don't want to do lifetimes. Stay stuck. That's what I spent half my stream reading about. Ew. I mean, you can always clone. Yes. Because I had no idea. Or use RC? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I think Modprog mentioned RC as one of the options. That could help a lot. So yeah. Could always clone if I needed to, and if it felt kind of right to clone it. Or I can use RC instead. Because I think explicit lifetimes are kind of annoying to deal with. The last 3 hours of our Haskell Odyssey were compiling with the requested flags and throwing Frankenstein hot glue fixes, as I like to call them at the marked issues. Fun times. Three hours. Oof. Um, 3 hours of final debugging. Damn. That doesn't sound fun. I'm gonna quickly BRB. Oh, Dungeoneer 3. Thank you for the follow. I'll be back in like a couple seconds. Technically started the last coding like 25 hours ago. Dang. Well, I'll be back. I'm back. Alright. Should I try to start the project in Rust? I keep getting Discord. What is happening on Discord? Alright. Anyway, I should probably sleep. Yes. I think you should. It's been 29 hours. That sounds like a good time to go to sleep. Thank you for stopping by. Good day, night, whatever it is. Thank you. Trying to get some sleep after that annoying time of writing the thing. So I should try. Why? Python. What do I want from here? I think I want the readme. Maybe the examples. I think that might conflict with Rust in here. Oh, whoops. I've already got it in here. What? Did I already start it in Rust? Oh well, I don't care. All these samples instead. I'll have to change. Actually, I need to change nothing because the git ignore is there already. I'll have to change the readme though. No, why? So on the readme, I need to basically unmark all of these things. Imagine if I made Rust a target. How painfully annoying would that be? God damn. That'd be like death. So I kind of wanted to target maybe C over C++, and these are my other two. I think JavaScript will be a good one, because then I can write web stuff without having to learn JavaScript. Well, I would have to learn it, because I need to transpile to it. But for the most part, I can forget about it once it's done. What am I thinking of? Learn it before you transpile to it? Why would you do that? Live dangerously? Yes. Why wouldn't you? What's like a strange language that is quite difficult? Brain fuck. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. Actually, this was a thought that I had for an interpreted language that I made. Because it would have been somewhat easy to do. But for something like this, I think it would be quite difficult. But I'll leave this here as a funny meme. Easy. I meant easy because the syntax would have been similar. Exactly. You know what, I'll show you what I mean. Notepad. It was a stack-based language, so it would have kind of been easy, in a way, because I could have made like a different like flavor of brainfuck to make some things kind of easier. Notepad++ dark theme. Yup. Yeah. So this is what I had in a different language. I don't know if it's actually up to date. I can't even remember if I even got it all into the new version I wanted to. I don't think I did. I think I started on a new version because I wanted to redo things. But yeah, I think it would have been easier to do than this. That would have been easier than this. It's not easy, but it's easier. It would have been a pain still, but it would have been nicer.
You're right.
Okay. Nothing is easy. It would have been easier. I need to update my thing now. Make it Rust. How could you mod Rust? Make it Rust style. I mean, I didn't want to have like object-oriented stuff.
What?
'Cause that sucks. You need to go. Thank you for coming by. Have a good one doing whatever it is you need to do. I want to say work related. What am I looking for now? Alright, it's not Stream Elements that I'm looking for, it's Stream Labs I'm looking for. God damn. I probably should have just made it different. Probably should have just updated it while I was updating it before. I'm off as well. Catch you later. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. I'll see you the next time you come in. Have a good one. Widgets. Follow a goal. It's done. Diddly. Let's just double it every time. Let's go to 200. Boom. 200.
It's a lot of people.
What?
The little stream I was helping.
Yes?
It's like a rave.
No? So where do I start? This is a good start. Hello world. What keeps popping up in Discord? God damn.
What are you doing on me?
If anyone is interested, I think this works. There we go. if people are interested. The Discord is a little quiet. I don't usually plug it, I think is why. Or one of the reasons why. I always forget if I end stream. I think about doing it and then I just completely forget about it. Completely forget. I don't think I have any mods in chat either. I do. I don't know if I think he's lurking though. So we need to start well, most likely with Lexing and tokens. So I'm going to make 2 new files. This one will be Lexrus and token Rus. So trying to think if I want to use strings or literals because technically the source lasts as long as the program, and the tokens have very short lifetimes, so they will always, the thing will always outlive the token. So I probably could just do that. I'm gonna do kind up here as well. Struct. And then I've got a few things about information. And honestly, this can be a U32. You can never have too many columns. I'd imagine that U16 would do, but I'm just going to do 32. And we have the next theme, which could be a stir. Does stir need a lifetime there?
What's wrong with Destiny?
I guess we'll find out. And import the token. And
Oh
what
my
do
god,
we
my
have?
rats are running around like crazy. What the fuck?
Do I need... I don't think I need this to be public, do
You
I?
can see them in the background of my stream.
We'll go U32, the column is the U32. I want the Lexing to be U32, not U32, what the heck?
What? Spazzing out! I'm gonna knock someone out, Vanda. They're going crazy, man. Actually, that's we are the rats, true blue.
Stir.
You are a rat.
And we can do self. And we can do self. And we can do... Oh, we need a kind as well, don't we? Doi kind.
Aaron's probably better.
And I can just fill the names in like this. Because they are all
What's so wild?
the same name. So if I just go straight into here, I'll go mod token. I might do a use on it. Kind of private. Okay, we need to make these public. We do need to make these public. Lifetime for this. I think static would be fine.
That's pretty cool, Blue. I was trying to find my
Maybe.
my mute button, but it just wasn't going. But that's pretty cool.
But honestly, a string would also be okay. But that would be a lot of allocations. And that's kind of dumb. I think static might be okay in this context. I think. So if I go, my source is like, I don't know, I'll just do like a random string of like hello world.
Oh, grab Rocco, man.
And then we'll do token.
You can. Rocco.
And yeah, we also need to put in a kind up here. We don't have one.
The one that Ava has, yeah.
Source from, I don't know, we'll go 5 onwards. Is that okay? We need to reference it. And it's unused. Let's chuck a derived debug on this bad boy. And one on here. Never used. I'll just print it. You complaining in here still? You are. Where are we at? Cargo run. Awesome. So I imagine actually what we could do is
Ren's runes.
what we could do is fly in 0.
Oh my god.
You can have like a range, right, with multiple, or with a incrementer thing, can't you? So you tell it to go by 2, or am I thinking of something else? Flow 4. Is there a way I can increment it myself? Or tell it to increment by a certain value?
That's my favorite one. Yeah.
Maybe just a loop would be better.
Oh.
And I make a mutable RDX. Or I could just do while RDX is less than source.len. Make a token. And RDX equals 2. RDX. If we can equal that. Is that gonna work? We killed it.
It's a choice?
It's because we're incrementing by 2 and it's probably not a thingo. But it works. And what I wanted to get out of it works. How many? Oh yeah, I was
Why
putting
isn't that little
3, so I
legendary
was
into the
right.
bush with me?
I was right here. And then
It's taken away my position, brother. Stop it.
yeah. If I just do it without that, then it should be
Imagine flashing.
fine. Because it's an even number of characters.
Bruh,
Cool.
I flash all the time on Leona, bro. There's no value, but I do it anyways.
This is +1. Z32.
At least I admit there's no value to my flash.
Cool. So the source thing works. So I imagine that the static lifetime here is fine, because this is basically how it would be done in a very, very simplified way. Is that the token
She
would
tried,
basically
she
only
tried. You
live
gotta give her that.
for like a very short amount of time anyway.
She tried, bro.
So I
She
probably
really
could
tried.
give it a explicit lifetime that isn't just static.
Hi, Jelly. How are you?
I think it's fine.
Yes, we're playing the game mode ARAM, and it's horrible. I don't work right. I hate League of Legends. It's fine.
What do I look? Where are lifetimes?
Bro, I'm doing a Destiny raid tomorrow night. I'm supposed to be doing like shit for that, but
Static.
here I am playing League of Legends.
Static.
We're doing the new raid. No, we're doing
So a static is fine, but I don't know if it's
the Witch Queen one.
really the best
Yeah.
way to do it. I think it probably could just use an explicit lifetime, but I don't think
It's pretty fun.
it matters, because we're only borrowing the source for a very
Yeah,
short amount of time.
I'm just doing it on my hunter at the moment, but I'll probably do it on my Bullock again.
So the static indicates that the data pointed to by the reference list for the entire lifetime of the program running. Yeah. So static probably isn't the best. Like in this case, it's technically static, but if I'm loading from a file, it's not going to be static, so I probably need to change it.
Streamer friends, yeah, Ethan was on. He did a big DM. Well, they're kind of like a different group.
I think I have to put like the thing on here and
They're
stuff,
like a
don't I?
different group though. They don't play League. They play Overwatch.
I have to put it all the way over here. I think this is still fine, right?
Fuck up this Leona.
That's still fine.
Okay.
I think that's more like what I want anyway,
Well, never mind.
because a token is only going to live for like a very short amount of time. Because the way that
So
I
had to
usually do
record
it,
something
it
before I came on.
it doesn't
Yeah.
I don't generate all the tokens and then iterate through them. I generate them when I need them. So they have a very short lifetime. They have it for like maybe like 1 or 2, maybe some more function calls, but they don't usually live for long. They don't live for long at all. So I think this is probably what I want. So put that in there. You might just steal this whole thing here. And I don't really want to do lifetimes everywhere. But we need to have the sauce in here. Which means I probably need a lifetime anyway.
Creepy butthead. What?
But in this case, for as long as this lives,
I never wanna
the
make
sauce will
comment.
probably live. Oh, no,
I
the
have all
sauce,
of those. That's weird.
the sauce
No, I don't wanna talk
lives
about
longer
it.
than the Alexa,
Whoop.
since it's getting passed into it usually, or the way that I do it.
Absolutely fucking none of them, dude. They make my life so difficult, bro.
So static is probably the better one for having the sauce. So I think static might
You
be
love
fine in
feet,
this
Jelly?
context.
What the fuck? Oh, your feet. Sorry. Sorry. My bad, Jelly. My bad. I misread. Jelly loves his feet. My bad. I'm so sorry.
Bro.
Feet are weird, man. I agree with Ren.
I think it's fine.
You're gross, bird.
I think that is fine.
I don't think I am, bird. I think I'm just speaking facts.
I could make this an
I
allocated.
mean, Ava is a top, so
I think this actually needs to be a string. I think this actually needs to be
Ava's a top.
a string.
So genuine. I think it's valid that she likes boobs.
So we could move it in, and then I think you read from a file as a string, right?
No, us is weird, dude. Us is gross. Yes. I don't want to ever do it again, dude. Bruh. No, dude. Yeah. You got it, bro. You got it. You're on
I think it's a string, right?
uh,
I think it's like Rust. What's it called? FS read.
You might, yeah.
To string.
You might, actually.
And you get a string back. So I don't think I need a thing anyway.
Listen to a message. Yeah. Oh shit, my lord, okay.
Yeah, so I don't need a reference. Because we're probably going to get a
Take me,
string
motherfucker.
anyway. So I can just move it in. And then I can borrow from the
Dark
string.
chocolate is way superior. I don't know. We're talking about shit. I don't know. Yeah. Obviously. Have I got
I'm
a
thinking a
spot
lot
next
about
to
it
you?
because
Yeah,
I don't
we've
want
got
to come
full
back
stack,
to it and have to
right?
change a bunch of
Yeah.
things.
Unless we do like
So that's
3D
annoying.
or something.
The other thing is, do I implement it like a object? Or do I do it with just functions? So do I use an import block or should I just use the functions passing
Bro,
in
he's really strong.
a reference instead?
Oh, ETC.
So I think both are valid, but I think one's more likely to be used elsewhere. I feel like an import block is more common.
No! No! He's a bad person for a reason. He's a bad person for a reason. He's in there for a reason, I should say. He's probably getting all the dick.
Thinking way too much about it.
Dark chocolate's the best thing? True. True.
And then we take in the string. We just move it in. We don't care.
He's getting...
It doesn't need to live outside of this. We can just move it.
did bad things.
So we go source and
I
we
did
go
things I
line
regret.
1 call 0. I think it's a 1 actually.
Sorry, that was wild, dude.
Yeah, 1. We'll make
Sorry,
that.
I dated him like 3 times. But I didn't learn my fucking lesson the first time. Yeah.
And usually I build the
that's it.
parser
That's what I'm
on top of the Alexa,
He's a dumb.
but
Yeah, he's a jail.
because
I don't give a fuck.
of
You can say he's in
explicit
jail.
lifetimes,
I sent him there. Probably fucking drops the soap every day.
of explicit lifetimes, I don't know if I want to embed the Alexa into the
3 times,
parser,
yeah, 'cause I'm a dumb bitch and I don't learn my lesson.
but that might be the easiest solution though. Because technically I could just move the Alexa into it, I don't even need to reference it. Or I just build one
Always too good on riff.
in the parser, so I don't actually need to reference it, so it's probably fine actually. I don't need to reference it at all, or just make it in the parser. So, I guess. So we go RS, and I go mod
Yes!
Alexa.
What? They're too young.
So I could do
They're too
this.
young. They don't understand. They're young and dumb. What? Dude, that was at my school disco every 2 minutes, dude.
Parser. And so then what I could do is pass it through here like this. And then not selfs. The Alexa could be Alexa new, which takes in that source. Like so. So I don't need to reference it at all. I just make it. And it owns it. Because the Alexa never leaves the parser. It never needs to. The parser basically controls the Alexa,
She is the worst.
and that's it. I think that's fine, actually.
Wait, so
I'm
how
thinking
do
way
kids
too much into
not
it.
know the rock paper picture? I don't get it.
Okay, so
That was my high school obsession.
get next, and we could return
What?
instead of making an error token or anything like that, or
I'm
not an error token, an end of file. We could actually just
What?
return an option. I think that might be better. So if there is none, then that's probably better than saying EOF as its own token. Maybe. On the option, and when you do that, we can just say none here. So that way we don't need a special token for EOF or anything like that. We can just pass none back.
Oh shit.
But then
Sexy modes? Shut up, babe.
how do I handle errors nicely?
Ava's getting frisky right now. Someone's over. You're dead, ain't you? What?
What do I do about errors? Because I could
Maybe.
print an error and then just return none.
Hey, bad, bad, hey, bad, bad, sweet.
Could just return none if an error occurs. So I don't have to just chain result
You know
everywhere.
For sure, I'm gonna be playing some High School music at my wedding.
Because I don't particularly want to have result on every single function.
Alrighty. Yeah, maybe.
That also means I'll have to have option
He's streaming at the moment.
on every single function.
You don't give a fuck about me.
And if I'm going to have option,
I'm putting a timer on you, boy.
then I don't know. If I'm going to have option anyway, I might as well have result. But I feel like there's a nicer way to do it. There would have to be a nicer way to do it, right? Five or 6 years? What?
What?
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. I was okay.
No.
You just said what?
There'd have to be a nice way to do it, right? So I think there's I'm trying to think of a...
What? Karma.
You know what, let's just go to GitHub. I can't remember some of the languages that I've seen written in Rust.
Oh, that stupid build.
Rust. And we'll put in
Dude,
language. I know there's a quite popular one. That might be a better fit. Python interpreter written in Rust. That's kind of nice. Is it this one? What is the one that I'm thinking of?
I know you can.
I think there's a relatively
No.
popular one.
Don't dance it out the park.
I don't know, maybe just look at these, see how they do it. In there. Okay. Is it in their mod file?
Oh, I'll invite you. Better be better.
So they do basically just return a result on every function.
I'll make an OnlyFans if we win. And I totally won't get rejected this time. Or I did. Do I look that young, Chad? Do I really look that young? You're an infant? What the fuck?
So they do exactly what I was planning on not to do. Let's have like a result chain. The result. So maybe it is fine to do. Maybe it is fine.
I invited it too.
Scheme interpreter. If I see a bunch of examples using the same sort of deal, then I might as well do it.
We just exited this lobby.
Result. I think it's fine then, I guess. Seems like a common thing anyway. So result might be the better one. We just need to figure out what we want to return as the error. So we probably need to make our own error thing.
Wait, what? What is this, a Tinder date? What the fuck?
Do I just make my own like error struct or something that contains like a message?
That was me before in that A-Roam game. What the fuck?
I know, like a token or something. It needs to be like a message of some kind. I think that's it really. Maybe, actually no, maybe like a flag to say where it happened.
He's a freak in the sheets.
I don't know. I'm just gonna
He knows when you're awake.
error flag.
So be
And it
good
could
for
happen
it.
in the Lexa, could happen in the parser, could happen in the code. I actually can't remember how Rust likes their enums. A way of naming.
Men work on themselves?
What do they have? Like camel case. Okay. So I should probably be ID like that. Right, or associated time ID not found here. Okay, where's that coming from? Right. Cool. So what I need to do...
Wait, what? I should probably have a cheddar. Okay. My bad.
No.
Bad streamer. Jelly! Oh, wait! Reflex! Thank you for the gifted subs. Woo! Everyone give him a clap. Everyone give him a clap.
I feel like an error would be fine as a
Clap.
allocated string.
Thank you, thank you.
I don't think that's a
Thank you for giving
problem.
the subs to Jelly and Dibby. I appreciate it.
shoe in here.
I got jungle.
I won't actually import the thing. And so this will be an error. Y error. Did I give it the full name like that? Oh, I must have. No, I didn't. A Y error. Might as well implement a new one. Y error. The flag, the error flag, and the message, which is a string.
Yeah.
Turn self, flag, message. Some none. So what we can now do is we can create a Alexa.
Bro, my little brother doesn't want to hang out with me.
I don't think we need token anymore. And we'll need to make probably a mutable Alexa equals do I need to put this in here?
Negative Ghost Rider.
Stop. File not found, error. Create a module, error. Create file, Lex error. Alright. Is it?
Y'all need Jesus.
I know. That's a mod. So why can't I import this? What have I done? Have I done something dumb here? File not found for module. Error. Create a file. Source. Alexa error or am I being dumb here? What's happening?
What? Pokemon Unite. You can do customs.
And then in main, do I come here and go? I think this is what happened before, right? It is. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for another gifted. Oh, you're so cute. Thank you. Reflex is funding my stream right now.
Alright, we can also do this. Error. It's unused. Expected a lifetime. No value for it. Why does token need to be given a lifetime? Oh, right. That's why.
One jungle in.
I gave it a lifetime. Damn. God damn it. God. Damn lifetimes. The thing that I didn't want to do.
Reflex! Another one? What the fuck?
Unused token. Or error. Man, how about we just go allow unused. Card is never
Last one you
used.
swear?
How do you put it on these? Is that what I wanted? Card is never used. Alright, we don't need it here, we need it in the implementation of it, right? Some that token result found option. Alright, this is okay. And
It's me.
wait,
Oh no, I missed.
because we don't want to. Bruh. This looks dumb. I don't like it. Expected wire found. Did I do it the wrong way around? I think I've done it the wrong way around, haven't I?
Oh, they pushed up. Nah, they saw
Where is
me,
it?
I think there was a ghost portal there.
Where is it? Where are the
Yeah.
options? Hello? Result. Okay, I did it the wrong way around. Cool, there we go. Fixed it.
Yeah. Right, it was intense. We had a couple of people from
Wow.
Europe who joined us, and it was really cool.
Let some.
Yeah, they were really good.
Lexada.
I know. Like they kind of like carried us to it, and it was kind of nice.
Well,
Because,
it's okay.
Jess is new to.
Right. This can just
Yeah,
be
the yeah. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Get next found for unit type. Alright. Alexa, new source. Choose.
Free money? Do you want me to come mid-Ava?
We expect. Alright.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab this so I can get my smite.
No method name. Get next. And for Alexa in the car scoop. Get next. Right, and now we need to say if there is something in it, which is not really nice. Can't I pass it off with something else? So I don't have to match on it? This is gross.
I don't have smite to do dragon though.
Does this need to be a reference? Unused immutable. Unused value. Awesome. That's disgusting.
It's coming. Don't do dragon.
Right, it's always okay. This is only temporary anyway. I'm just trying to gauge
Hold on a minute.
what it would be like to write it with what I currently have at the moment. And this seems incredibly dumb to have.
Yikes.
I think I can use like a type diff like thing to shorten this to make it easier to write. Is it through type or use? God damn it. I want this. Not every other damn window I have open.
Nice. Do you want to take rifts? I'm coming. I'll come. Well, unless you want to make yourself
What am I talking?
come
What
down
am
and
I?
like.
Types. I believe let's type that. Okay. Mm. It's probably not a good name. Right.
Sorry.
I don't think we need that there, do we? Oh, wait, no.
I think he saw me, maybe.
How do I do this with lifetimes? I think I do this. Wait a minute. I do it. Okay, just copy. I think I put it in here, right?
Subs equal free money.
What? What? Inherent associated types are unstable. Bruh.
So,
Huh. Wow. That's not good. Hmm. Add replacement? What's that? What did it just do? What just happened there?
huh?
You.
I can come down soon.
If I put that there, is that... Wait, no, I still can't do the damn thing. I need to figure out... I don't know what to do here.
Yeah.
I need the damn lifetime. Unless I do RC. The thing I didn't want to do is the thing that I keep doing. The thing is, it doesn't need to be reference counted, it just needs to exist. Because it can be moved. It's fine to be moved, so we don't really need a reference count, but to get around the bloody lifetime thing, I feel like it's overkill. So, do I need an import for that? I do. That's cool. So if I go... I go...
Too bad.
It's a slightly shorter name. By 2 characters. I still need a lifetime. Because of this damn string. Wait, I can put it on here. As if you would. So can I just put this here? The thing is, it doesn't need to be reference counted though. So could I just get rid of the reference counting part? Huh. So is this fine now? Did I fix my issue? I did. Oh yeah, okay, so that's kind of better.
I don't know what to do here, like I can't go anywhere really.
Viking. And that actually means I can get rid of this. It ran.
Fixed it.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Getting quite hungry. I can't. I'm trying to find somebody to raid. There's not really a lot of people on today. It's actually quite.
I was trying to
quiet.
bait on, but I don't know if that really worked.
I don't think anyone's doing Rust from what I can immediately see. So I'm not quite sure who to raid. English is kind of preferred, so I know what they're saying.
Dragon's up, so that's what
What is that? Is like a new thing? Solid? I don't even know what solid is. What is solid? Right. I don't know. Do I just raid someone with fewer viewers? Because I can't see anyone with Rust. I don't know why this guy looks familiar. I think I've seen him on... recommended. Yeah, he's literally right here in recommended. Check this.
That was gone.
Bad, isn't it? You can hear everything.
Turn the music off.
Oh, that's the type of microphone I bought. Stupidly enough. Maybe about time I buy another microphone if I'm going to try and do streaming more often. We'll find out how it goes after the end of this month when I go back to work. See if I can come up with some
Maybe try
sort
push
of
bot lane out here.
consistent schedule working around my shift pattern.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Looks like he's making something cool anyway.
Caleb Dev, hello, welcome along, pal. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, I'm not even on screen. Oh, what am I working on?
Yeah, I can't really do anything about him though, that's the problem. Not strong enough.
I'm working on this. It's called A-Spec First Assault. Space combat.
Do I go
Tactical
closer to him?
warship. Tactical. Oh god. I give up.
I'll do this. This seems fine.
That. I'm working on that.
It's working on something cool
It's
anyway.
got warships.
So thank you for hanging around.
Turreted weapons.
Thanks for the follows and the raids and everything.
Quadrant based
Yeah.
damage.
We'll raid this guy.
And lots of enemies to shoot.
See you all next time.
Working.
I'll drop this in here again just in case, even though it's right there. But anyway, thank you for hanging around, and we'll go see
Got any questions? Ask away.
this
I'll
guy.
stumble through 'em. But right now, today, I'm working on adding modules which will affect the stats of the ship. And I got the stacking penalties working, which I copied off Yvonne. Like, oh my word! Now you're raiding with 37 people. Hiya! Thanks for trusting me with your viewers because
Not me hacking.
I'm stumbling the way through this. Anyhow, welcome along to the stream. I don't know if you caught everything. Well, I just waffled my way through. I'm working on A-Spec First Assault. Base combat game. It's an automated turreted weapons, damageable component sections. and I'm sort of copying what Eve Online does. No, not copying. No. Thanks, Caleb, Deb. Thank you very much, pal. But what was you working on? And how? Did you have a good stream? What did you do? What was you? Was you doing game dev, software dev, art, music, playing games, playing your games? So yeah,